Alright, welcome everyone to our next Mapping Monday. We'll be continuing our work from last week. Hopefully this pulls up just fine. We will find out. There we go, excellent. So last week we left off working on the Nagakute province, so we will get right back to it. Hopefully there isn't too much lag or anything. My connection seems stable, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Let's start that up. Shift that over. Sorry, I just gotta do window management. Okay. So we will be continuing our work over here. Obviously, last time we left off doing a lot of connecting the dots, and we will be continuing to do that. I need to adjust all the sizes of my tools here real quick. Because, like always, I fell short on time. Time management. Hashtag get good. So adjust our symbol size down, base 30. Switch that tree. We'll be undoubtedly doing some tree action today. Okay, that's all good. Alright. Obviously this and next week are going to be our last two. I'll switch over to that chat so I can see everything that's going on. Obviously this is both on YouTube and Twitch. Okay, so we left off doing the roadways. So let's continue that. Continue connecting our dots, as it were. A little bit closer. Obviously, there's nothing there to connect that to yet, but there will be. So, hope everyone had a great weekend, and hopefully everyone had a good Monday. Connect that over here. Obviously, any gaps that I leave, I'll be putting a town in. So, no big deal there. And I'll populate this area as well. Possibly add another river down through here. So I got this nice little valley going on. Maybe I'll add another mountain. We will find out. Obviously, as I'm working on this, I really put a whole lot of planning into it. Like, aside from key areas that I know exactly what I'm going to be doing, I just kind of let it flow. Obviously, I won't worry about populating the rivers yet, because we still got a lot of work to do, but I want to get at least our forts interconnected. So this will come down over here. Something I'll put down on the coast. I'll meet up there. Whatever I put here will bridge the river. So we'll have that come up that way. Yeah, this is the standard road size. Okay. Now here, just gonna have that across the river like that. And then this one, Oh yeah, we're having our standard cup of instant coffee here today. Some dark double chocolate mocha. And we are going to be continuing our work here for a while. Now, some big announcements for this particular stream. Once we hit May, I'm going to be shifting this stream to start at 6. And I will be extending it to 2 hours. So it'll be from 6 to 8. And that's going to be part of my attempt to standardize my start times. Now, I don't claim to know what that means yet for our Saturday stream. At least for the time being, I want to keep that at 7. But I could shift it to standardize that as well. So yeah, come May, and I also got a pretty big surprise for May as well. I think I finally figured out what I want my thing to be. Now, because every streamer has, you know, their thing. I think I finally figured out what I want that to be. But I don't want to reveal too much right now. Let's add some little roadways there. Fortunately for a lot of this, I can actually follow the rivers with roads for the most part. But I'm probably going to put something on both sides of that. We'll get there. And for tomorrow's stream, obviously, our Warhammer, I also have some big announcements on that front as well, which I will get into tomorrow. But we will be doing it our standard 6 o'clock time to 8 p.m. PST. We're going to be continuing to work on our Land Raider. And maybe, we'll see, but hopefully I'll be able to get the Land Raider finished tomorrow. Now, I am going to push pretty hard to get it finished tomorrow. For reasons I'll get into tomorrow. Now, the main changes with that are also going to be in May. So I think the first is on a Saturday, I want to say. I have to check the calendar here. Yeah, the first is a Saturday. So that first stream, so the Saturday stream on May 1st, is not gonna be any different based on time or content. However, I will try to up my cosplay game for the first of the month stream, but we'll see. The main changes will be the following week, so the 3rd for this stream, and we'll be extending it to 2 hours and starting it an hour earlier. And we will be making a pretty significant change in our Tuesday Warhammer stream as well. And we'll get to that. So I'm going to start throwing in some towns and such. Large town there. We'll do a medium. Just want to start filling some of these gaps in. There and there. There. Get our populations up. Doink, doink. Sprinkle towns on everything, so it's like towns, trees, and mountains everywhere. Back down to our 30. But yeah, I've got some interesting changes in the works for May. Now, the Nagarkotay province is probably one of the most populated provinces in the land. So I need to attempt to reflect that. Doink. Okay. Let's throw some 40s around. Okay. And that's 40, that's 40. I'll do another one there. Dun, 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 dun. So if you're joining us for the first time on our little Monday stream here, we're going through and working on the Nagarkotay province. Obviously we started out working on the Haven province, and this was... well, this already existed, and some of this, basically anything that's actually been colored, the trees colored green so far, was pre-existing when we started work on the Haven province. But yeah, we have managed to do a lot so far on the stream. Obviously, we've been doing this for a little while now. Okay. Another one there. 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 We're obviously going to add some more along the coastline here. And up along here. They're like fishing towns. We are done with our cafe. Managed to do it before it went cold, so that is always a bonus. She had some small stuff over in here. I don't like how that ended up. That works. Okay. So we're gonna add some here. We're just gonna sprinkle some towns around, and then we'll work on our pathways some more. I always do this in kind of like two phases. Either you put the pathways down first and then fill in the towns, or you put the towns in and then you connect the dots. So the like two most effective ways of going through this process. There and there. Obviously I can make some of these bigger if I need to. Here, here, small one there. I'll do a couple of small ones along there. And we'll add some population along our little coastline here. I need to make some of these a little bit bigger. Put 3 down there. Move that one up to here. Place it with that. Replace this one. And we'll add another big one right over here. But yeah, big plans coming up in May, so I'm looking forward to it. Slowly I've been able to get through most of my models that I have left for Warhammer. So that is also a factor in our change to the Warhammer stream. It'll be a good change though. So I am definitely looking forward to that. Yeah, it works. We put one sweet. Kinda hoping we could put one there. I still got this whole area to work on too. There's so much left to do in this area. But we will get there. We will absolutely get there. But I gotta populate the main road a bit more as well. Obviously up along here. And here. All these rivers, There's so much left. Okay, so we're gonna switch back over to our path tool here because I have a lot of stuff I can connect to. So we're gonna do that. At the connect the dots phase again. I hope everyone's having a good week so far. I mean, I know it's only Monday. But the workday for, well, at least in my time zone, is largely over. I don't claim to know where time zone anybody who could be watching is in, just gonna follow the coast here. Nice and easy, nice little coastal road. I do try to keep as good an eye on chat as I can. In fact, every time I look over to the right here, I am checking. And I am always more than happy to have some nice discussion. Right now we are just throwing in some roadways, connecting all our towns that we place down. Might actually make some of them bigger still, but we will see. So I'm not going to connect that to the main road just yet, because I'm going to add another river down in here and probably put a lake, maybe even adjoining near that city. We'll see. I'm kind of feeling a lake there. Obviously, once we extend this in May to 2 hours, we'll get a lot more progress done per day. I just hope I don't overwhelm myself with our little extra surprise that we're going to unveil in May. We'll just have to see how that pans out. Okay, so how do I... Because I want to connect this one as a river, so I'm going to probably put it down this way. So this will be the one that kind of connects like that. But yeah, big plans moving into May, and hopefully it'll give us... hopefully it'll be cool. I don't claim to have any answers, but hopefully it'll all work out. Over here. Do. Okay, that's all on that for now. Obviously, I'm going to extend, population down along this peninsula as well, but we will get there. Now we're going to add the rivers that I alluded to, and then we'll start working on more towns. So let's get back to our river tool. Cut down right through that town. Okay. could, I don't want to do one there, but we did plan on running one down here. Get our handy lake tool here. Alright, that's good. Let's do that. Let's make sure those connect. Okay. Throw another lake there. The city has some source of fresh water. So you're probably not really going to be able to see that river, but that is fine. Some come down out of this. Bam. Water, water everywhere. Another lake there, and connect it down like that. I had a few more little waterways here. Okay, looks good. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So thin some of that out. Okay. Now, the great thing about this too is I can do a little bit of man-made action. No, it's all kind of man-made. Now, I've talked about the how the terrain is determined before, so I don't really think I'm going to go over that again right now. Okay, so we are going to switch back to throwing some towns and cities around again. big have I been making those? 50, okay. Should I do kind of like the idea one right there? So we've already got one there. Obviously, I can basically do what I want with this. Fantasy map and all that. In fact, I kind of want to replace that dot with a city. Move that right over here. And move that there. Oh, there's a nice little population center up here. Like I want things to make sense, but at the same time, need to reflect that this is the most populous of all the provinces. Throw that there, because I'll add another one here. I'll build a road to one of those two. We'll see how I want to shift the train at all, if I want to. And that I use it as a large town, but I think that would be a better location for a full-on city. We'll do one there, and we'll do one here. Both sides of that, we're going to do a medium town. Right back down here. Okay, looks good. Oh, I still have that to reposition. I'll toss it up higher, I think. In fact, I'll put that there. Perfect. Okay, we're at 30. Good. That one to bisect the river, and we'll put another one down there that I can connect to. I'll throw a, I think I want to throw a little mountain here. Yeah, that works. That's good. So now we can connect these up. Follow this up the river. Bam. And connect all these guys. Now, the thing to note about all the forts and castles and stuff, their populations aren't really set in stone, and a lot of them act as like capital cities, so to speak. So a lot of them have like the populations upwards and even sometimes beyond what the cities possess. Like this one right here is Sanzin Castle, and a super clever name, but it acts as the capital city of this whole provincial area, to the in between Sakura Castle and Nagakute Castle. Meanwhile, Nagakute Castle is marked the way it is because it is a castle that is adjacent to the capital city. Like, you have the capital city, which is a fortress in its of itself, and then you have the gigantic freaking castle right next to it, so they can fight a staged freaking defense in depth from freaking all the way from the outer walls of the city itself up to the keep itself. So it is no joke. Actually, I'm going to delete that because I want to run that on the south side of the server. I think I'm going to go along the so we're at 1, continue up here, and 1 is going to continue down here. There. I don't want to do this. That's always the question. It's like, how do I want to approach this next phase of the operation? Just add dots everywhere. It's too easy. And then connect them. Rinse, repeats. Now, once I'm happy with how populous I've made this look, and with the terrain, I'll start adding in my arch nemesis. Trees. Now, I love trees. Absolutely love trees. But adding them to a map is taxing. So I can... Now, do I want to connect this to the fort? Or... yeah. And then run down that way. Perfect. I'm going to bridge that there. Dun, dun, dun. So anyone joining us for the first time, we like to have a nice, chill, relaxed time on our Monday stream. Just working on some, map making. This nice no stress action. Feel free to chat if you're hanging out. Always happy to have a good conversation. Otherwise, I'll just keep blathering on to myself. Which is fine too. Sit up there. Obviously, working on a fantasy map, not always the most interesting thing in the world to do. But sometimes life is like that. But yeah. Obviously we have a lot of dead space up here that we need to work on. Getting reasonably happy with what we've got going on down here, especially like in this area. Though I could add a little bit more, feels like. Obviously we need to cut down along here. So I think we'll bridge at the fort. The great thing about this is the Revers act as kind of a easy path to follow in regards to roads. The path of least resistance through the terrain is often the... No, don't grab the mountain. Grab that. There we go. But throw out 2 more there. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do up here. Here. That seems pretty obvious that I can run a river down straight past the fort and into the lake. Super easy. Another little river there and there. Cool. Sometimes the hard part of this whole process is to make the land seem sufficient to the task of holding rather large populations of people. And you need fresh water and farmlandy type stuff. In fact, that is the freshwater tool, right? Yes. Because I want to extend a lake like that. Plus, obviously, there's freshwater fishing, and each town operates its own little farmland type deals. So it's... Plus, there's plenty of, like, inns, taverns, wayposts, tiny villages, and such that aren't included on the map for obvious reasons. The whole... Every square would be completely inundated with symbols if I threw every single little thing. I still got this whole area to work on too. I think I'm going to continue working from south to north, I think. We're going to... That there. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. Just kind of want that in a different spot now. She could just make it smaller. 0.2. Okay, 3. Okay, so it's at 0.3. Oh yeah, that looks good. So I can do something with that now. Dun, 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 dun. Hmm. Okay, so let's figure out what we're going to do with our little mountain areas that we just added in. So obviously this sets up perfectly for another river to connect into that. Or make that lake a little bit bigger to reflect the added source of water. In that town. So let's see, where else do we got? So we got this area in here. This area right out here. An area that can connect right into that. So we're just kind of winging it. Oh, damn. Time flies when you're having fun, too. We're getting towards the end of our stream here. So if anyone is hanging out, I definitely appreciate it. As of May, we will be adjusting our time on this ever so slightly. We're going to be shifting the start time to 6 p.m. PST, but we will be keeping the end time the same. So that means we're going to be rolling it up to 2 hours long. Which will be kind of nice. I'll be able to hang out with everyone a little bit longer, and we'll be able to get some more progress. I've got some big plans coming up for next month. Obviously, those won't be reflected in our May 1st Saturday live stream, but that is when I will be making the official announcement. So I'm pretty sure that is how that is yeah, that's how that's flowing. Oh, like there. That down in there. So I look forward to our big things in May. As far as the next stream is concerned, our standard Tuesday Warhammer stream will be continued at the regular time tomorrow at 6 p.m. PST up through 8 p.m. PST. A nice 2 hours. We'll be continuing to work on our Space Marine Land Raider. I have not done anything else on that. I actually did a lot of work on my infantry models, and I have a few other things filed down that I need to put together. I'm hoping to get a lot of work done towards all that over the weekend, but we'll see. If I start a project on stream, I finish the project on stream. Plus, the great thing about our Mapping Monday and Warhammer Tuesday, I stream that both on Twitch and YouTube, so the VODs are saved on the YouTube side of things. Now we are going to throw in some... I really am thinking about making these smaller. But for right now, I'm going to keep the scale where it's at. Bam. Bam. Yeah, I really do think I need to scale those down. Though that's a lot of symbols to replace. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so that looks... As far as forts go, that looks good for now. So, fortunately we did not get to our arch nemesis today. Of course, I mean, trees. Trees are life. So now I just need to figure out how I'm going to connect all this to the main, to the stuff we already have. Should be pretty straightforward, honestly. In fact, I'll switch these two around, because that will likely be how these two connect. Yeah, it looks fine for roadway. Now over here, put that there. I'll throw a bigger one there that'll bridge the river. So we need that connected in. I've got a little bit more wiggle room on this side because I haven't really done anything over here yet. But for right now, we're going to throw that in. Pull that there. Obviously, I'll shift that one to bridge the river. Good to go. Now I'm probably going to have that connect to that one, and I'll put more mountains in here. Now the whole idea behind the Nagakate's building of this province up is defense in depth. I've got you either. Appreciate you stopping by, but we are going to be ending here in just a couple of minutes. So, alas, our time is coming to a close. So we got those connected up. We're gonna, wherever that one was there. Okay, we moved that one. And I think that is, obviously I got some work to do up through here, up in this area. Now, do I want to throw mountains in here to cut these off from each other? It's hard to say. I mean, the whole point is defense in depth, so having a lot of self-sufficient areas with very few places that actually connect in between the two might actually be good, especially since there's this connection point across the coastline down here and the mid here, plus the main road. Plus a few points where it'll likely connect up here. Though I'm thinking about cutting this off. Have it connect through a fort here. In fact, I'm going to throw one there. That'll work. So that'll be another way to bridge the gap across. But I think most of this we will be cutting off. But that is going to pretty much do us for today. Hit our save button for the first of like 3 times. So unfortunately for anyone who's just tuning in, we are wrapping up the stream. Currently saving my progress. We saved twice here because we want to make sure things get saved. Stream tomorrow will be at the regular scheduled time, 6 p.m. PST. We're going to be continuing our Land Raider build for the Space Marine wing of my Warhammer army. my patience wore thin. It was not done saving yet. So we'll be hopefully finishing up the Land Raider tomorrow. Then I'll have to figure out what I'm going to work on next week. Now, both of these streams will have pretty beefy changes coming in May. Obviously, that would be the 3rd and 4th of May is when I'll be really releasing the changes. I'll cover all of that mostly in the May 1st Saturday stream. But I'm going to be, since I make announcements every Saturday, I will be talking about it very briefly this coming Saturday during our stream then. Aside from that, the main change for this one is going to be standardizing it to start at 6 so that my 4 streams during the week all start at the same time. And I will be extending this particular stream to 2 hours. So Mapping Monday, Warhammer Tuesday will both be 2 hours long, and Warships Wednesday and Warships Thursday will be 3 hours long, but all starting at the same time. So consistency. Now, I don't know if I'm going to change the start time of our Saturday stream to 6 o'clock. We'll see. But this is pretty much going to do us for today. After this is done saving, I'll shut down the stream, and that'll be that. So definitely tune in tomorrow for a little bit of Warhammer model building. Big changes coming to that one too come May, but we will get there. Of course, this takes 8 million years to save because the map is freaking huge. But I will not bore you with this anymore. Well, I want to make sure it saves. So yeah, we're gonna not alt tab out, but yeah, we'll be back in it tomorrow to maybe finish up our Land Raider. It is actually a very beefy tank transport thing, so that'll be interesting. It looks like we have finished saving. Now if we finish the Land Raider early enough, we'll see what I end up doing for the rest of the stream, but I digress. And that's going to be it for today. So let me just thanks for watching, anyone who decided to tune in, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace.